A lot of people I've heard nobody answer this question yet. Like, how did he get that gig? Jay-Z. All right, what happened there? I think Jay-Z and Kendrick Lamar should both send Colin Kaepernick a bundt cake and a 6-pack of beer and a thank you note with a bunch of money in it. Because without him kneeling and getting everyone's panties in a bunch over the anthem, self-included, I don't think that happens.
Yeah, I know you.
And by the way, wait, one more point. This was the epitome of DEI. Like, this was the epitome of DEI blowing up. Because, you know, the NFL was all this DEI and racism, all this stuff. They got Jay-Z in their book and this, and like Kendrick Lamar goes out there and basically turns DEI into an IED. It's like, it's all black people, or all people of color, speaking to his crowd in the hood, black people. It was like the most non-exclusive, or the most exclusive thing ever. And I'm like, fuck yeah, that's awesome. I'm laughing my ass off.
All right, real quick, just to point this out, this video has 615 likes and 736 comments. So that video got ratioed in the bad way.
Yeah. So look, I don't like Kid Rock. Let me just start there. I used to listen to some of his music back in the day. And when I tell you he is no stranger to the N-word, he is no stranger to the N-word. I couldn't rock with him anymore.
Wait,
he's one of those white celebrities that...
Do you believe he's racist?
I don't know, but if you're a white person that lets that word... I don't even like when black people say it, so I'm sure I'm not going to sit and listen to a white person say it.
That's true.
So I keep the same energy. I personally don't use... If I use that word, it's usually because I'm very pissed off and I'm trying to insult you. I don't use it as a compliment or anything affirmative.
Right.
So I'll start with that. All of that being said, he's kind of right. Look, Jay-Z has been in charge of booking all of these acts. How did he get that role? He kind of sniped his way in there based off of what Colin Kaepernick did. He's 100% right. Colin Kaepernick started the conversation. Or go ahead.
No. I was actually agreeing with you though, because initially I was not on that side that there was Colin Kaepernick had something to do with it. But when you made that point, because it reminded me of what was going on during the time and what the NFL was they were trying to appear not racist, and they were trying to like they were for the people. So that's why you're right, Jay-Z. I mean, there was something else that happened, but Jay-Z get in there because of the whole racist thing or because of what Kaepernick was talking about. Yes, I agree with that.
Yeah, Cap started all of this, right or wrong. He started it. And we could have a different conversation about Cap another day. But Cap started all of this. Jay-Z kind of took advantage of it and he put on some of his people. That's one side of it. The other side of this is hip hop and R&B are the most streamed and listened to music in the world and have been for a very long time. So that's kind of how I'm looking at it. I hate agreeing with Kid Rock, but he's right. I can't find any flaw in his argument at all.
So, okay, and so the other thing I was alluding to, part of the reason Jay-Z got put in there because for, I want to say maybe 2018, 2019, that's what it was. Do you remember the Super Bowl or who performed at the Super Bowl at 2019?
The 2019 Super Bowl?
Yeah.
Refresh my memory.
It was Maroon 5. Maroon 5 joined by Travis Scott, Big Boy, which is crazy that's the only way we're going to get Outkast to the Super Bowl is half of Outkast. But yeah, Maroon 5 went up there. That's when people lost their mind. Stephen A. Smith was complaining about it. And Stephen A. Smith is, for whatever reason, when it comes to stuff like this, Stephen A. Smith goes viral. And so the NFL was like, hey, we got to do something a little bit different. So you're right. So we had the Kaepernick thing going on in the background. And then also part of the halftime shows were not up to, I guess people were not excited about it. But if you fast forward, he's definitely right. There were no there was no exclusivity when it came to the Kendrick Lamar show because everybody was black. And I know some people are going to be like, what's wrong with that? I'm like, well, you can't be on one hand saying we need the exclusivity, and then you have a performer who does not do exclusivity. And I know everybody's going to think that, well, part of our crowd's going to think, well, he's pro-black, he should be able to allow to do it. There's more white people watching the Super Bowl than there are black people, hands down. And then there's more non-white people and black people watching the Super Bowl worldwide. So, and on one hand, I understand that, you know, he's trying to send a message or what the case is, but when it comes to like the whole DEI stuff, he's absolutely right as well too. So I agree with him on that. I don't want to say reluctantly, because I think Kid Rock just says a lot of crazy stuff though, and so I just try to like, I was like, all right, dude, get to the point, because you're almost losing me. And you can tell that some of the crowd was like, do we clap for this? Do we not clap for this? Like, I could tell that was going on though. But at the end of the day, I mean, you know, if Jay-Z is okay putting Kendrick Lamar out there as a business move for obviously for Kendrick Lamar, but also for Jay-Z, and everyone's talking about this is one of the best Super Bowls. I don't think it was the best Super Bowl, or not even my top 10, but I understand why some people feel that way though.
I wouldn't call it the best, but it was definitely top five for sure. But just a little thing I want to throw in here. The NFL has always has halftime shows since 1967, but they
Yeah.
didn't really start booking musical acts until the early 90s. A lot of people don't know this, but the reason why they started doing that was because In Living Color used to do a show during the halftime of the Super Bowl, and they were stealing ratings away for whatever other networks were running the Super Bowl.
Oh, I didn't realize that actually.
Yeah, so Michael Jackson got the 93 show, and that was right around the time In Living Color was peaking.
Oh, I
And
remember that.
and it was the year after they did that Richard Gere joke, and they almost got sued about it. So Fox had the hot hand for a little bit, but
Mhm.
I just posted another article. Even though Kid Rock was right, Jay Z's kind of right too, because these are the top 10 most watched Super Bowl halftime shows.
Yeah,
I'm
it's
gonna just
working.
go through them real quick. Black Eyed Peas were number 10 with 110 million views. Beyonce was number 9, 110.8. Madonna's number 8, 114. Bruno Mars, 115. Coldplay's in there. There's a white group. Lady Gaga's in there at number 5. There's another one. Katy Perry, she did well. Rihanna, I didn't like her show, but a lot of people did.
Yeah, that
120.
Rihanna one was not even a show. And I
Yeah,
know she was
yeah.
pregnant, but you're supposed to be out there dancing and gliding, doing all that stuff. And for you Rihanna fans, y'all ain't never going to get a new Rihanna new music. It ain't never going to happen. She's done.
I mean, her makeup and lip gloss brands are popping off, so she became a billionaire off that. She don't even need music anymore. And
Right?
then look at the top two, Usher and Kendrick Lamar. So the
Yeah.
people have spoken. The
I
NFL
didn't
is
realize
getting what they
Usher was
want.
there.
Usher's show was sick. I liked his show.
So the weekend, I guess he wasn't top 10.
No, but his show was okay. It wasn't bad, but
Yeah, I didn't think it was
it
that
didn't
bad
make this
either.
list for
Wow.
most watched. This is according to Billboard, by the way, for y'all
Yeah.
listening at home. This is Billboard's rating. So
Yeah,
Jay Z's getting
Billboard.
results,
Yeah.
and if he's getting results, which the NFL wanted people to stay there and watch, why would you go away from that?
Well,
Is Kid Rock salty? How many people do you think would tune in to watch a Kid Rock halftime show?
yeah, not that mean, because Kid Rock ain't got that. He ain't got the smoke like that to carry a halftime show. He's gonna have to bring in some people like Maroon 5. And I thought I mean, some people say Maroon 5 has enough material, but they had to bring in multiple people to help move that along. Now, here's what I'll say about the whole with Kendrick Lamar. You're right. More people were excited about the whole Kendrick Lamar thing, but I believe the people that did not like the Kendrick Lamar, and if they were white, they caught smoke. So the people were like, well, we're not going to say anything because they're going to call us racist. And yeah, it is what it is. It happens. So, you know, you got to decide what you want to stand for. I won't say it was a bad show, but I think if people were like kind of open about how they really felt about it, I'm not sure it would be the number one show though, but because Jay-Z maybe knows this, he's like, what were they going to say? Too many black people in there?
Hey, I
Like,
think,
what
yeah.
are they going to do? Like, hey, we're good. No, this is what Jay-Z said to them,
Tell you, shut your bitch ass up.
and we got the show.
Hey, so I need to call something out real quick because I think that Billboard page might be full of it. I just pulled up another source here that said so the Michael Jackson show is my favorite show of all
Yeah.
time. And I just pulled up another source here that said he had 133 million. And Kendrick
Oh,
Lamar just surpassed that recently.
yeah.
So something ain't adding up here. I wonder if Billboard
Yeah.
is up to some shenanigans.
So, yeah, I'm glad you brought that up though too, because I know everybody's like, well, that was during Michael Jackson was like when TV ratings. You're right, guys. You're right. Okay, I'm just gonna give you credit there. So you're right. Billboard is inflating the numbers by streams, not by, and they're not adding in the watches, because if you add in the watches, that I mean, even with the Michael Jackson Super Bowl, if you watch it now, it still has like millions upon millions of views. But watching it on TV is a completely different animal. So Michael Jackson definitely has it, but they're doing because we're in a streaming age. So that's what they're measuring it by. But most people probably wouldn't even pick that up though.
Yeah, I just did another article that has a better list. The only differences on this list is Michael Jackson's at number 2 and Usher's 3. And then at the bottom at number 10, Dr. Dre kicked the Black Eyed Peas off the list.
Yeah,
This
I
list
can see
seems
that.
more accurate.
Who's number one on that one?
It's still Kendrick,
Oh
but
man,
not by much.
that doesn't. Okay, yeah. So when you go by the ratings, you got to go by a grain of salt though, because I saw the Michael Jackson one, but but yeah. So Kid Rock, yeah, he definitely is telling some facts there. But it's interesting how this didn't go viral though, because for the folks that are in the Kendrick camp, they were kind of quiet about this. So maybe they were just too enamored with Kendrick's, with the show and everything though. But I was like, I haven't even heard this story till you brought it up though. So interesting.
Yeah, no doubt.